Hey, so what's up, guys? What's up? This is Brandon, aka the Mamba Investor. You already know who it is by now. You should know. And I'm just coming to you with another video because I want to have a heart-to-heart talk with my fellow wholesalers / investors about having integrity in this business. In this business, we have the opportunity to help a lot of people out of sticky situations where otherwise they would not have a lot of options to be able to sell their property, i.e. because they need to sell quickly to help them financially, or the property is in such bad condition that it's not listable to put on the MLS or list with an agent. So a bunch of different reasons why we would be in the position to be able to help people. And it's a great thing. But with that comes the opportunity for us to, and I'm going to be very honest and blunt and straight. I'm not going to hold anything back. I'm just going to call it as I see it. So we have the opportunity to take advantage of the situation and possibly make a lot of money taking advantage of the situation. And I'll explain what I mean by that. So as you all know, in this industry, we deal with a very small niche part of real estate where wholesalers were able to provide a service to homeowners that need to sell their property quickly, whether they are in a distressed situation and they need money pretty quickly, or the property is in distress, right? So we're able to come in and make a cash offer and buy the property as is. They don't have to do anything to the property. They don't have to fix it up. They don't have to dump any more money into the property. We'll make them a cash offer as is. Now, some of these guys are desperate and they may not understand or know what they're getting into. So we, as I like to say, the experts, will come in and we'll see that the seller is very motivated in a distressed situation, that they're basically clawing and grabbing and will take anything just to get a little bit of money to get out of the problem or the situation. And this is where we people, you should have some type of morals and ethics. And I don't let me say this, I don't see this being talked about a lot in this circle, and this is the reason why I wanted to kind of address it and address the elephant in the room, because a lot of wholesalers are starting to get a bad rap or a bad rep in this field, in this industry, as we're just sharks and you're just trying to take advantage and you're trying to get over. So you see this and you make ridiculously lowball offers, and sometimes these offers are accepted because, again, the homeowner doesn't know any better, or they're in such dire straits that they're going to take anything. And you as a wholesaler or an investor, you should be trying to, being that we're in a help service type based business, your mindset should always be that you're trying to help the seller. You're trying to help solve a problem, and you should be really trying to dig and understand what the true motivation is, and not just chasing a dollar. You should be really trying to understand what the situation is, and again, like I said, being able to come in and help solve the problem. So let's say that you have found the level of motivation, you found the reason why the seller needs to sell the property yesterday, and you come to find out, let's say that they need the money to pay for medical expenses, or pay for a family member that's in the hospital, they need surgery, and they need to sell this property quick. Some dire straight situation that they need the money, or as much money as they can pretty quickly. This is where, again, we as wholesalers can take advantage, or investors of the situation where, let's say the property is worth $100,000, and again, they're clawing and they're grabbing, and they'll take the first offer just to be able to kind of help them through the situation that they're currently in. And you as a wholesaler go in and offer them, and again, these are just numbers that I'm throwing out. You'll get the understanding of where I'm going with this. But you go in and you offer them $20,000 for the property, and you know that you can wholesale the property for, let's say, $60,000, and that's a pretty decent spread there, right? You get the property under contract with the seller for $20,000, and you can flip that contract to your end buyer for $60,000. That's a $40,000 assignment fee that you're going to be able to make. And under normal circumstances, right, that may not be an issue, right? I know in our business, we are very upfront and honest with the seller, and we let them know if we're not personally taking the property down ourselves and we're going to wholesale the property to another investor, we let the sellers know upfront, hey, we are not the buyers that are going to be at the closing table closing day to purchase the property. We have another buyer, our partners, that are going to step in and they're going to take our place and purchase the property. But that does not change, and this is what we express to the seller, but it does not change the agreement that you and I have on paper. You're going to get that number at closing. So under normal circumstances, a $40,000 spread would not be an issue. Listen, we're running businesses here, so it's okay to make a profit. And I tell sellers all the time, hey, listen, I don't run a nonprofit organization yet. This is what I do to feed my family, so I have to make a profit. But you using your moral compass, and hopefully, if you're in this business, you do have a level of morals that you live by, and integrity that you live by. Because guys, you don't want someone taking advantage of your family member or taking advantage of a situation with one of your family members. So you shouldn't do that to anybody else. And I'm not trying to be here, I'm not on here or talking to you guys judging, right? I'm just putting my input on it, right? In this business, you really want to serve, right? You want to be a servant. And I guarantee you, I am a living witness for my business that once you stop chasing dollars and really look to help people, because this is the niche part of real estate that we're in. It's a very small, maybe I would say maybe even 1% of real estate that we're in, that we're going to run across these type of people. Because just think about it, no one in a normal circumstance would sell their property pennies on the dollar, right? Even if it is a distressed property, or they're in a distressed situation, most people, they would want as much or top dollar that they can get for the property. But the 1% of clientele or sellers or AKA motivated sellers that we're working with, these guys need this money quickly for many of reasons. And if you look to serve I guarantee you the success level that you're going to have in this business is unbelievable, right? So the more problems you solve and the more people that you try to help, the more money that you're going to make ultimately. So I would stress to all of the wholesalers and the investors out there, if you are working with sellers that you can tell that they need as much money as they can, aim to serve them, right? Even if that means you take a $10,000 assignment fee, where otherwise if you took advantage of the situation, you would make $40,000. Take that L for right now. And it's not even an L, right? It is going above and beyond in serving humanity, right? Being a good person, right? And you will get blessed for that. I promise you. As you guys may not know, I'm a Christian. I believe that what you reap, what you sow, you're gonna reap. So if you sow good things, if you sow good seeds, you're gonna reap good seeds, right? And there's a flip side to that. If you sow bad seeds and you're always trying to scam and get over and trying to make the most amount of money on a hardship in a situation, that's gonna come back to you, right? And I will say this. Let me say this, right? There are you may come across situations where people are actually motivated to sell, and they're in no need for money. They're not selling the property or need to sell the property quickly because they need the cash. It just may be something that they're tired of the property. If it's a rental, you guys know that I'm in an HRM, and I coined that term, a high rental market, where a lot of our properties are, or a lot of our sellers are tired landlords. So we run across landlords that they're not in it or selling the property just for profit. They've already gotten their ROI, their return on their investment. They're just tired of the property. The tenants ran the property down. They don't want to dump any more money into it. Or you may run into a scenario where the property, and I'm giving a few examples, where the property was left to a family member that lives out of state, and they really don't even care for the property. They didn't even want the property. And they're financially set, and they're like, hey, I don't even care how much I get for it. So in those cases, there's nothing wrong with making as much money as you can, because you know that it's not about the money, and you're basically doing them a service, and you're coming in and moving the property with less stress, less worries. You're buying the property as is, and you're taking a weight off their shoulders. So in that case, if you're making $40, $50, $60, $70,000 as your assignment fee, that's okay. But I can promise you that there's going to be far and few in between where you're going to run into those type of people. You're going to primarily run into guys that are needing the money for whatever reason pretty quickly. So all I'm saying, guys, is use some standards. Use hopefully, again, you guys have morals. You guys have integrity. You wouldn't want someone to come in and rip off your grandmother or your aunt or your uncle. You would feel some type of way. So have that in the back of your mind when you're serving these sellers, right? And I guarantee you that you're going to have success in this business. So that's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to go off on a big, large, huge, long rant. But again, I don't see this talked about in this industry, and I wanted to address it to my followers and to my groups, that it's not always about money. Yes, this is what we do to feed our family, but that's ultimately not what this is about. It's about serving. And if you serve the correct way, I guarantee you, you will make a lot of money in this industry. All right, guys. So have a great weekend. It's a nice weekend here on the East Coast. This is probably one of the last good weekends that we'll have. Get out and enjoy it. Be safe, and let's continue to crush this business. More videos. Make sure you guys subscribe and like these videos, and click that notification button so you're notified when we upload more videos. All right, guys, stay safe. Later.